Okay, here we are.
Okay, Justin, let's get this right. No fuck-ups. 2 litres remaining.
Unfortunately, Aiden had a jump start on this one, so he's been given a stop and hold penalty for 34 seconds. Not a bad start. Riley got a great start. Blake drops into third behind Aiden. Through turn 2, Riley's pulled out a bit of a lead already. Blake's sticking to the back of Aiden. Turn 3, turn 4 here. Coming up to turn 5. And oh no, touch from the back. Blake spins Aiden. And then unfortunately Vanessa spins in sympathy. Blocks Aiden to get back on track. Has to wait for her to go. Everyone goes through. Terrible start there, unfortunately. But we're off and running again in 6th position. It's now time for the recovery drive. See where we end up at the end of the race. Going to have to do a stop and go though straight away. Unfortunately, it's a fairly long hold in the pits, 34 seconds for the jump start. Oh, bit of a mistake here. Managed to get through it cleanly though. Okay, coming up here to the pit entry. Get in and get this stop and go out of the way.
The pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
Box in 270 meters. We haven't got that data.
We're sitting in 6th at the moment. About to drop back to 7th. See where we
100 meters. 50 meters.
As we said, it's a pretty long stop, this one, unfortunately. The leaders are coming around now. Riley's in first, Blake in second. About 5 seconds behind Riley. And just about done. Off we go. Alright, going to come out of the pits in 7th.
Your exit's clear.
Seconds.
Don't cross the white line.
First place. He'll be coming up to lap us. Hopefully we can hold him off. 34 seconds now behind 6th place. It's going to be a tough recovery drive, but see if Aiden can do it.
20 minutes remaining. You've got 20 minutes left.
Okay, we're just coming up to the halfway point of the race now, 14 minutes in of the 30-minute race. Aiden's made his way back up to 5th from last. Riley's just behind him, he's caught up, about 4 seconds behind now. At this stage, Aiden's been catching Timothy around about 4 or 5 seconds a lap, so he's 4th place, that is, so he's about 19 seconds up the road now. Should catch him before the end of the race, and Vanessa, who's in 3rd, is 35 seconds up the road. Might even just manage to catch up to her. Has been a bit of a recovery drive this one, and unfortunately a few mistakes throughout has slowed things up. Unfortunately this week Aiden's practice was a little bit disjointed. Didn't quite get enough in, so the race has actually made up a bit of his practice. Do the best you
All right,
can.
Justin, come on,
And
stay
overall,
focused. Apexes and exits,
been
apexes and exits.
a very
15
good
minutes
effort.
remaining, 15 minutes to go.
As far as lap times go, we've got Riley with the fastest lap at a 1:45.2. And then Aiden's actually got the second fastest lap, 1:45.7. Blake with a 1:47.5. Then Vanessa with the 1:49.2. And then we're into the 1:55.2s for Timothy. Kanji's done a 1:57.1 and Amanda's a 1:56.6. So he's certainly got good pace there.
You're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 9.8.
Just unfortunate about the stop and hold penalty for the jump start at the beginning. Otherwise, he'd certainly be contesting second place with Blake. Okay, well, we've now managed to get to within 4 seconds of Tim. Probably be able to see him now just on the straight there. There he is, down the distance. Oh, unfortunately Tim's made a bit of a mistake there. Okay, that's moved Aiden up into 4th place now. 30 seconds behind 3rd, Vanessa. And we'll get a bit of an idea here at whether or not we're catching Vanessa. A little bit wild in these last couple of corners, but hopefully we can settle down now and get back on with it. Okay, looks like we're catching Vanessa, taken in that lap about 2 seconds out of the gap. Let's see what the split difference is here at the end of this sector. Okay, so in the first sector of the lap we've taken 0.1 out. Lap time difference, so last lap Vanessa did a 1:52.4 and Aiden did a 1:47.5, so it's about 5 seconds a lap difference there. Hopefully that'll be enough to catch up and get into 3rd place before the end of the race. Got around about 10.5 minutes left. And in that sector we've taken a second out of Vanessa. In the background there we can see Riley maintaining about a 3-second gap behind Aiden at the moment.
This is okay. Keep those exit speeds up. Okay, Justin, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Unfortunately, just with that last corner was probably the only mistake made in that entire lap. It was a really nice looking lap up until then, but was just trying to figure out a good braking point for that corner and missed it by maybe just a fraction. I've taken 7 seconds now out of Vanessa and catching up relatively quickly. Seven and a half minutes of the race left now. Riley sitting about 2.5 seconds behind. Bit of lap traffic in front now with Amanda. See how we go getting through there. Oh, unfortunately Amanda's just made a little bit of a mistake there. Run wide. Made it a bit easier for Aiden to get through. Stays clear out of the way of Riley as well. Really good awareness there to stay out of the way. Okay, 11 seconds now behind Vanessa. And just running through our leaderboard here, we've got Riley in first, Blake in second, Vanessa in third.
Okay, Justin, you're gaining on this car. The gap is 12 seconds.
Aiden's up to fourth, Tim's in fifth, we've got Kanji in sixth and Amanda in seventh.
That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
And just taking a bit of a look at the incidents for the drivers so far this evening. Riley has only had one incident, very clean race so far for him. And at the moment it shows that Blake's only had no incidents, although there was maybe just that little miss braking into turn 5 on the first lap there, running into the back of Aiden. But by the looks of things, he's had a very clean race as well. Vanessa's sitting there with 4 incident points, so the incident points measure whether or not you've gone off track or lost control or hit another car. Got Aiden with 8 incident points, and Timothy sitting on 5, Kanji with 3, and Amanda's up there at the moment with 24. The gap between Aiden and Vanessa now down to 7 seconds. Looks like it's being set up for a fairly close finish here with the 3.5 minutes of the race left. Riley's closed that gap down now to Aiden. He's within about a second and a half. Some really clean driving there by him.
You're reeling this car in. The gap's now 7.6 seconds.
Oh, a little bit of a mistake there by Aiden. Runs a little bit wide. Okay, we're coming up to turn 11. Commonly known as the last corner. Now down the straight here. Up to turn 1, which strangely enough is also called the first corner. From there we'll go through turn 2. And catching up to Kanji to lap him. Gets by relatively easy. Kanji held his line really nicely. Riley follows through. Coming up to turn 3, which is called the Moss S, and from there up to Atwood Curve. Takes us onto the back straight. A few different lines through Atwood Curve that you can take.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
They seem to get you out just as fast no matter which one you take. Okay, here we go into turn 5, which is hairpin corner. Good to take a bit of a late apex and onto the throttle, holding it over to the right hand side to get ready for revolver corner, which is turn 6, and we go into turn 7. From there up to turn 8, which is Redmond, and from turn 8 we go into Hobbs, turn 9. A bit of a tricky combination, these ones. Now a 3.5 second gap to Vanessa, with 1.5 minutes left in the race. And through turn 10 now, Mike Knight corner. It's flat out in the Skip Barber in 3rd gear. And by the looks of this may be the last lap of the race, although we may get one more, just depending on the time left there. Weather conditions today, the temperature is 25 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Track temp of 18, light winds out of the north, and it's made for fairly quick conditions. Coming into turn 4 here, 1 second behind Vanessa. Definitely going to be a close finish. So this
Aiden, I'm about to come up your inside, mate.
So Aiden being shown the blue flags now for Riley. Lets him through nicely. Oh no, and Vanessa's locked up the front right. She lets Riley through, and a bit of an opportunistic move there by Aiden, following Riley through on Vanessa into third place. And looks like being shown the white flag now that we're a lap down on Riley. So this is the last lap of the race. End of the day, finishing up around about 32 seconds behind Blake, who was in second place. And looks like the win's going to go to Riley. Very clean race. Only one incident point for the entire thing. In the end, Aiden kept it really clean after the start and came in third. Vanessa in fourth, Tim in fifth, Kenji in sixth, Amanda in seventh. Showing Chloe is
Good job, Riley.
in the race, but she didn't take the start.
That was a good race.
Good race, Aiden. Good race, everyone. My headset stuffed up. I can't actually hear anyone. But good job. Great stuff. Clean racing.
So overall, it was a very clean race by everybody. Great sportsmanship shown by everyone. And hopefully we enjoyed the race. We'll see you next week for a new car and hopefully a new track.